Hello everybody, my name is Guru Shakia and welcome to my beautiful channel. For those of you who've been with me for a long time, I appreciate you. For those of you who are new, welcome. So before I start this topic, I want to go ahead and ask you guys to like, comment, and subscribe if you're digging this content. Anything else you guys want me to touch on too in regards to or in relations to this topic, I will be more than happy to assist you guys with that. So a lot of my topics lately, for those of you who don't know, I am a feminist and I've been learning an awful lot about feminism and how men and women in society are not quite yet equal. Yes, we are presented with way more opportunities than we were before. But now we have to fix some conditioning in our minds that are so ancient, old. I just posted a video called Why Aspiring to Marriage is Bullshit. And now I wanted to tell you guys how you can be yourself around men. Plot twist, you don't have to change yourself in order for men to like you. A lot of dating sites, a lot of dating coaches, a lot of people in general who tell you how to get attention from men. Even men tell you how to get attention from men. But what no one is telling you is that you can be your authentic self and still get men to like you. Or you can just be your authentic self. I'm going to touch on how you can just be your authentic self and be okay with being your authentic self and not clam up in a shell whenever you're around men. So growing up, I have always been shy. I've been on the shy side my whole life. I've been very submissive as well. But growing up, as I learned about these topics, I'm coming out of my shell slowly but surely. So a lot of what our problems are, a lot of my problems growing up was every time I get around men, it's like my whole demeanor changes. I will put up this false self of being shy, submissive, always being the yes person, always making sure I didn't laugh too loud, I was pretty enough, or, it seemed like all my actions on my daily basis of living was catered to men first and foremost, what they thought and what they wanted. And a lot of us are so caught up in that conditioning, we are unaware that we are actually catering to men on a daily basis before ourselves. Meaning when we wake up, we tend to, not everybody, but we tend to make sure we're attractive enough for the opposite sex. Meaning some of us get dressed because of this reason. We get makeup and done up because of this reason. We wear certain clothes that are not actually our style, but because the opposite sex might feel like it's more appealing. Maybe we don't get tattoos because men, you've heard that men don't think that's appealing. Maybe you don't laugh as loud as you want to because you have been taught that men think that's unappealing. Maybe you don't eat in front of men because you have been taught so much bullshit that you have to basically unlearn. So I grew up very, very concerned about the men around me and what they wanted, mostly because I think I grew up in a household that catered to men and their wants and their needs. I really didn't get taught feminism. Every time I would bring up to my mom, why is the whole world catered to men? I would literally be so upset and go to her. She would just dismiss it. What else? A lot of women are taught to stay with their abusers, to be very submissive to men and to put their authenticity to the back burner. Even aspire to marriage, things like that, and long-term relationships, and settle down because of men and society social norms. Okay, so what am I getting to the point? I feel like I'm going to be rambling soon, but how you can be yourself around men. Basically, understand that your whole existence is not to please men. Meaning, you're not obligated to look pretty. You're not obligated to dress a certain way for them to like you. You're not obligated to talk a certain way for them to like you. You're not obligated to hold yourself to this invisible standard of what a good woman is. You do not have to alter your behaviors in order to accommodate these men. Basically, what we do when we do that is not only are we putting our true happiness, who we truly are, to the back burner, these men aren't getting a chance to see who we really are, and we're actually we're acting as if men aren't even strong enough to handle who we truly are. And in that way, you could actually accidentally attract weak men because you're putting off this display of what you're truly not. And really, you want the men who can handle you being obnoxious or being opinionated, disagreeing with him if you want to disagree with him. You want those type of men who can handle you for who you really are. But sometimes when we get in this mood of, oh, I have to make sure, I'm in my lane as a woman to please these men, you're attracting totally opposite of what you truly want. Because oftentimes women want strong men, and we can only get these strong men who are made for us when we are authentically ourselves. So in return, knowing that if getting a man is your end result or your goal, or even just wanting to be more comfortable around men, you have to stop worrying about being liked by them. So essentially treat every man as if he's just a friend, like he's your girlfriend. A lot of us, we get around our girlfriends and we have no problem being ourselves. We can be loud, obnoxious, opinionated, silly, goofy, all these things. But for some reason, our mind changes when we get around men, and we drop all of that. We drop all our personality, all the quirks that can get us a soulmate union or someone to fall in love with us. So we have to practice being who we are when we're alone, when we're around our girlfriends, and with men. And it could be hard at first, but knowing this information is the first step. Being self-aware is the first step, and practicing this on a daily basis. So from now on, when you are introduced to new men, or you go on dates to new men on Tinder, whatever it could be, or in work-life atmospheres, be who you are around these men. Treat them like a friend. And who knows, things can blossom out of it, but understand that your whole existence is not to cater to men, not to accomplish this soulmate union that you have to fake in order to get, not to aspire to marriage. Your existence is way more grand than just pleasing men. And until you know that, you can't be comfortable in your sexuality, in yourself, etc. Understand that you don't have to conform. So I'm losing my track. I don't know if this is public or I see someone viewing it, but so how to be yourself around men. Basically treat every man like a friend, because around your friends, most likely you're yourself. What else can I touch on? So don't clam up. Don't clam up out of fear that a man won't like you, or that you won't be sexually appealing to him, or that you won't be beautiful enough. First of all of those are based on perception. Meaning, if someone finds you sexually appealing or attractive, they're going to find you sexually appealing or attractive. If they want every bone in their body not to find you attractive, they're going to make up excuses not to find you attractive. So instead of putting yourself through the chaotic phase of wanting to be perfect, why not just automatically allow yourself to be who you truly are, and attract the people who really want your presence and your energy, who you truly are, and let your energy and your authenticity push away the men that you don't want. This can even work in other areas: friends, relationship, jobs, things like that. Never worry about conforming out of fear people won't like you. Fear attracting the men that like you for the fake you, because and that persona you can only keep up for so long. One day you're gonna slip, and this man is gonna wonder, oh, who the fuck are you? Like, what if one day you don't want to wear makeup to bed or all day every day, and this man doesn't like you for that, for example, or if you want to aspire to all these dreams and this man doesn't want you to do that, it's going to cause problems. So if you are an entrepreneur type woman, tell that man straight up, all right, I'm trying to have my own business. I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm not going to rely on a man for anything. Or if, even if you're the type of woman who's like, oh, I want to be submissive, I want a provider, tell these men up front, behave as your natural self, because again, it's kind of like putting other people to the test and see if they can handle you. If a man can't handle you, you don't want that kind of man. And even men, you don't have to always look at men as a romantic sense either. I think we're always taught to look at all men as a partner that we can romantically be with. These men can be friends. They can be friend zoned. As much as people don't like saying that, or they don't like being friend zoned, The real men, again, real men can handle wherever you want to put them in your life. Either they can get with it or get lost. So you never have to conform in worries of, oh, if they're gonna find me attractive, or if can I just put him in the friend zone. You don't have to have sex with them. You know, don't allow people to pressure you into anything you don't want to do. And again, don't be you unapologetically. Never conform for anybody. Just think of it like this: if you have a dream that you will work toward and you won't stop until you get it, why not behave in that manner as far as the man you want or the type of people you want in your life? So make it a point to be authentic, especially if you aspire to have only authentic and honest people around you. You have to start with you first and make sure you're authentic in yourself in every given situation, including with men, because a lot of us, we want to enjoy men. We want to enjoy their company, their time, but we're not enjoying it when we can't be ourselves, and we get shy and reserved or nervous or close off the freak aspect of ourselves or the desires in ourselves or whatever it could be. We have to be honest and open from now on. But yeah, that's my little input of how you can be yourself around men. Just do it. Honestly, just do it. Have no fear. Those who mind don't matter, and those who matter won't mind. So yeah, voice your opinions freely. Say what you feel. Say what you want. The men who want you will make it a point to stick around in your life. The men who don't, they can get lost anyway. They're not supposed to be there. So be courageous enough to show yourself in all who you are, your worries, your fears, your desires, and yeah, don't be you unapologetically. Peace.